probably terrible. Do I mind? No. All right. Yes. Go like this. All right. That works. Sort of. All righty. So what's our topic today? I'm gonna riff on some astrology. Thank you, YouTube, for letting me know that I am live. I'm gonna riff on some astrology today. There's a lot of astrology going on right now. It's pretty intense. We just had the eclipse yesterday. And so, yeah, I'll start off with that and then see if anyone has astrology or human design questions for me. That is what we do around here. We talk astrology for life and business, especially business. So just taking off the things that I did today. Now I am live. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I recorded a new podcast today, which is going to be coming out tomorrow or Wednesday, which is great. I also, oh my gosh, hi, Sin. Nice to see you. I just decided to do a spontaneous live today. Do you like my background? I'm obsessed with this light. It's so fun. Oh, thank you, Angie, for the likes. Hey. I'm so annoyed with myself, though. I wore white again. This is a terrible choice because trying to read the white comments on the white shirt is just ridiculous. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe if I do this, if I just hold the, oh my God. Wait, this is so much better. Is this weird? Is that weird? If I'm just like holding my gold clipboard. You know what? I got this clipboard. This is such a me story. Oh, hi, Amanda. Oh my God. Hi. Hi, Gloria. Lovely to see you guys. I'm just like randomly chatting, but I'm trying to see on TikTok the white comments against my white shirt. And so I think I'm going to hold it like this. But this gold clipboard, which I love, came to me when I was the maid of honor for one of my friend's weddings. She got me this because she just knew. She knew I needed it. She knew I needed it for the day. And I did. Would have been chaos without this, let me tell you. So it's coming in handy today. We're going to use this so I can read the comments. Gloria, can I just apologize, Gloria? I am so sorry. Oh, you're watching the replay. Yay. I am so sorry for that. I kicked you out of the live today because I didn't recognize the name, right? It just said medit. I think it said medit, and it didn't say meditate. And I was like, I don't know who this is. And then I was just waiting to see if you would type something. Anyway, I'm so sorry it didn't work out today. I have to be careful because we have had people jump onto our Zooms before who are not supposed to be there, like people who are like hacking into the Zoom and stuff. So I'm hyper careful about that. So unfortunately, you got caught up in my in my filter. So apologies. But I'm so glad that you got the replay. And yeah, today is just for everyone's context. You're like, what the heck is this girl talking about? So today we started in my membership, which is called the Constellation membership. We started our content reboot. So maybe we should just start there. So, and what we're doing is we're spending 5 days focusing on rebooting, refreshing, refining our content. Yes, she says, oh, no problem. I was so desperate to get on. I know this was it was like, I feel like this was like an eclipse, confusion scenario. So yeah, I apologize. I'm glad that you got the replay though. But yeah, so content reboot. Let's talk about the eclipse for a minute. And I realized, oh, thank you for the gift, Sin. Oh, this is so nice of you. Thank you. I know I am. And also thank you, Angie. I see you liking the live. I appreciate it so much. That means a lot. So let's talk about this eclipse. Okay, so we are, if anyone is kind of new to astrology, we are in the middle of eclipse season, right? And it's so interesting. I forgot to mention it earlier on our call. Actually, a couple of people have told me that they are finally picking back up a project, a business, a whatever now, and they started it back in March or April. Right. And I forgot to mention, I was going to mention this, that's very synchronous, right? That's a synchronicity right there, because What did we have back in March? Basically the whole month of March, eclipse season. So eclipses happen every 6 months, right? And so things that we started back in March, anytime in March, really, up through, let's say, like the beginning of April, up through April 12th, which we had Venus retrograde at that time and Mercury retrograde as well. So up through, let's say, April 12th, like we're kind of having another chance to work on that now. And so there are major themes at play. Yesterday's eclipse was massive. By the way, did anyone see it? Shout out in the chat if anyone actually saw the eclipse. I was kicking myself, but unfortunately, like where I live, like the rooftops around me are covering the sky, so I could see it on my my Sky Watcher app. I could see where the moon was, but it was like right below it, and I couldn't actually see it. I could have tried to go outside, but like my little boy was sleeping. I was like, I don't want to leave the house, But anyway, so if anyone saw it with their own eyes, let me know. This is so cool. And Amanda, I'm so happy you're here too. This is fabulous. Yes, you were one of the people, right, who said something about March, right? Starting something in March and now picking it back up again. Exactly, right? Oh, it's so amazing. Not in North America. Yeah, maybe it's just in Europe. So I am American, but I live in England. So I'm referencing English things, European things. Oh my gosh, so good to see so many of you guys joining. So many, I recognize some names, and then we've got a lot of new names in the chat as well. Fabulous. Oh my God, the flame heart. Thank you. So with this eclipse season, this is a great time just to disrupt and to be bold and to kind of throw caution to the wind a little bit. Because there's no being cautious, there's no being precious, there's no trying to micromanage during an eclipse. It's just not happening, right? It's just not happening. An eclipse is a time of what I call, and I'm sure lots of other people call this as well, chaos magic, right? Chaos magic. And for a lot of people, the word chaos is actually synonymous with magic, but that's like a whole other, we could go on a tangent with that, the nature of magic. I saw a great clip, by the way, today on TikTok. I'm trying not to scroll too much, but I do have my little scrolling moments. I saw this great clip of Jinx Monsoon, incredible trans comedian, activist, entertainer, and she was talking to Gianmarco, is it Cerezi? Oh my God, I'm obsessed. I love his comedy so much. He's so great. But she was talking to him, and she was talking about how she believes that magic at its, I forget exactly the words, the way she said it, but like magic at its highest form and science at its highest form are the same, and you can't tell the difference. And that just, that gave me like goosebumps. I like that. I agree. I fully agree. So hi, Classical Feng Shui with George. Hello. So yeah, so eclipses are like that. Eclipses are like high magic. It's like chaos. It's uncontrollable. It's not a time where we're trying to be really precise about things and really precise is a good word. It's not a time for precision, but it is a time for disruption. So what we want to do, maybe this is a good thing to kind of get our chat, get some interaction going here. Let me know if you know your astrology chart, right? What house do you have Pisces in primarily? And what house do you have Virgo in? Because those are the two houses that are being majorly shaken up and disrupted right now during eclipse season. So eclipse season, I'm just going to say all of September is eclipse season, but if we want to be really specific about it, it would be from this first eclipse, which happened yesterday, September 7th, in Pisces, 15 degrees, until September 21st. And that's the second eclipse that we have. And that eclipse during this autumn season, sort of late summer, autumn season. So that eclipse is at 29 degrees Virgo, and that is going to be the second Virgo new moon of the year, which is very special. So tell me what house you have Pisces and what house you have Virgo, and we'll riff a little bit and we'll talk about, how you can really harness this energy to try to embrace the chaos magic in your life. Now, a lot of times what comes from eclipses, like the result of eclipses, would be things like realizations, right? Eclipse realizations are real. They're so real. That's a major thing. So eclipse realizations, things ending, things being revealed, things, kind of smacking you in the face that you have to deal with and you have to figure out. It's kind of like a retrograde, but not. Like retrogrades are slowdowns. I would say eclipses are leaps forward. It's not even speed ups. An eclipse is not a speed up. It's more of just like a jump. It's like we're jumping. And if you think about like if you're resisting jumping, you're just gonna like bonk your head, right? Against your resistance. So we don't want to bonk our heads. We want to take off, right? We want to embrace it. All right, so let me start over here. Okay, I'm scrolling up to see your comments. Oh, hi, Killarney. I just saw this video. Yay! Definitely had chaos yesterday. Oh, I'm sending you so much love, Kelly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've been hearing some stories. I've definitely been hearing some eclipse stories. People in like hospital, surprise, crazy things happening. Just everyone stay safe, stay calm. Speaking of staying calm, is really funny. I see your comments. I'm going to grab one in a minute. But yesterday in England, we had a test of the emergency alert system. I didn't know it was coming out because I don't watch the news. So I don't know. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. But I don't watch the news. So I don't actually know like when these things are happening. Is anyone else here from the UK? Did you get this on your phone as well? Let me know, please. Anyone else in the UK? It was shocking. It was so loud. I didn't know, and this is dumb, but I didn't know that, the government could just like tap into your phone. And well, obviously I know they can tap into your phone, but I didn't know they could just tap into and turn the sound on. Like I didn't realize that was like a thing that they could do. Of course, I know everyone's listening, like I get this, but just like getting into your phone and like turning the sound on, which they did to like literally every single person in the country. Can you imagine if you have like multiple phones and you're just like, what's happening? And so anyway, so I didn't know it was happening and just about had a heart attack. I was sitting next to my mom and we were actually, I'm taking a Chinese astrology course because I've always wanted to learn Chinese astrology. So I'm taking it from Vicky Exander, highly recommend. So obviously my specialty is Western astrology, but there are other things that I would love to deep dive and study, like Chinese astrology, which I'm loving. It's so different. It's so different, but very interesting. And then I really love to learn a bit of medical astrology as well at some point. But there's always more to learn. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, we were in the middle of a lesson and just boom, like the sound. I mean, wow, it sounded like a hurricane alarm or something. It was so loud coming from our phone. And I was like, it's the end. It's Armageddon. Get the go bag. We got to get out of here. Like my survival instincts just kicked in. Did anybody else get this? They did that in America with the phones. Really? Wait, was it yesterday? Amanda, was this yesterday? Was it the same thing? Is it every state? That would be impressive and scary. It was like every single phone in every state. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wild. Okay. Yeah, it makes you think, doesn't it? I do have a solar powered radio, and some beef jerky. And I have a can of beans and I have some tuna and that's pretty much it. So I'm not sure how ready I am for the apocalypse, but we got to work on that. No, but it happened a while back. Wow. That's crazy. So interesting. Okay. So let me go back to the eclipse talk. Okay. I'm going to scroll down to your comments. I'm going to start on TikTok, then I'm going to move to YouTube. And let's see what houses you have Pisces and Virgo in. Okay, Squirrel Friday. Is that what it says? I'm trying to hold it so I can read this. Okay, Squirrel Friday. The 8th house, Pisces, and 2nd house in Virgo. Okay, it's about money. It's about money. So your eclipse season, Squirrel Friday, is it like as in Girl Friday, like His Girl Friday? I love that movie. I'm a big like classic film person. Anyway, was that the fast talking girl, what's that actress's name? Was it Rosalind Russell? Is that her name? His Girl Friday. Oh, now see, here we go. Here we go on tangents. His Girl Friday, who was 1940. Is that where your name comes from? That is, oh yeah, I knew it was Cary Grant. It is Rosalind Russell. Oh, I'm good. Okay, I'm good. I was like, I know it's Cary Grant. Such a good movie. Anyway, if that's what your username is based on, top tier. Amazing. Okay. So 8th house and 2nd house. Yeah. So this eclipse season is about money for you. These are two of the biggest money houses in the chart, especially the second is really known for being about money, but the lesser known, 8th house is also about money. That's one of the lesser known themes of the eighth house. And I once spoke to a money astrologer who works with like millionaires and billionaires here in London. And I would love to get a reading from him someday, but he specializes, like all he does is money astrology. And he was telling me, this is years ago, when I was in my studies, he was telling me that he likes to look at the 8th house more when you're dealing with money, which I thought was so fascinating, because the 8th house is about power dynamics with other people. It's Scorpio. And so a lot of people do have a scorpionic relationship with money. They're either obsessed with it or they ignore it. They feel like money loves them or it hates them. There's this like loyalty thing going on. This like, I don't know. It's really interesting. So yeah, but it's power dynamics, right? Power dynamics and transformation. So the 2nd house is your money. The 8th house is other people's money. So inheritance, divorce money, all that is in the 8th house. So anyway, so I say all that to say, Squirrel Friday, that it's so important for you right now to look at your relationship with money in this eclipse portal with this chaos magic. What is out of alignment? What is ready to go away? And where do you need to be radically honest with yourself about things? Whether it's a relationship with someone else or it's with yourself and your money. I'm still new to astrology and not sure how to read the chart. No worries. It's not easy. Do I have a... Okay, I'm going to show you my chart. For anyone who is new, how can I do this? Okay. I still have my charts and everything I went to, oh God, everything's falling. I went to, oops, you can't hear me. I went to Oxford recently, flex, to study astrology. It was fabulous. But yeah, so I was at Oxford for the faculty astrology summer school. Highly recommend. I had the best time. It's like school for astrologers, like people who are already practicing and all that. It's wonderful. Okay, so let me show you just to illustrate how to find where the eclipses are happening in your chart. Why am I only finding my human design charts? Where's my astrology chart? I printed out, here. I printed out all my charts because, yeah, needed them to refer to them the whole week. All right, just making sure I don't have all my personal information on here. Before I show this, everything lives forever on the internet. Okay, so this is my chart. So what you want to do is, actually, it's the person who asked is on YouTube. So what you want to do is you want to find Pisces, which, sorry, it's a little dark in here. This is the Pisces symbol. It's like, the fish. It's like the fish that are facing opposite each other. Does that make sense? Anyway, it's this blue symbol here. So find Pisces directly, sorry, I'm doing it backwards, directly opposite Pisces, boom, over here, you're going to see Virgo. Can you see that? I'm going to show it to you on TikTok in a minute. Can you see that okay? Sorry, this is like very ramshackle the way I'm doing this. Okay, so that's Virgo. So you see how they're opposite each other in the chart, right? Everyone will have them opposite each other in the chart, but you might have it in a different house. Does this make sense? Yes, he says yes. Okay, so I have Pisces in the 1st house, so maybe it's easier to see with Virgo. So Virgo, see the symbol is mostly in my 7th house. So you're looking at this number. And then Pisces over here is in number 1, is in the 1st house. So I have Pisces in the 1st house, Virgo in the 7th house. So for me, this eclipse is really about self and relationships. That's what this is about. It's about me versus we. It's about what is my relationship to relationships and what is my relationship to myself. And that's what's being massively disrupted right now. And man, do I feel it. I feel it in a good way. I'm like, but I'm also like, because like this is the year that I became a single mom as well. I'm also like, yeah, like burn the old identities to the ground, like burn it all, tower card all day long. Okay. So for me, I'm like embracing it because I'm like, yeah, my old self is dead. May she rest in peace. Okay. In peace. I was about to not in peace. So may she rest in peace. My old self is dead. Now I'm excited to allow the new self, which is really the old self, really, but allow myself to transform and to come out. And also my relationship with the relationships is really changing. So the way I see relationships, the way I see friendships, the way I see, partnerships, massively up leveled, massively matured, and all of that. Can you type out the Virgo symbol? Sorry, I will show does anyone want me to, I'm way behind on TikTok. 41 messages behind. Okay, I will show this to you as well. Can I type out the symbol? Maybe this is a better one. This is my reference chart that all my students get. So this is probably a better, but this is the old reference chart. Okay, this is, I don't know if you can see that. That's Virgo. Do you see? That is Virgo. And this is Pisces. Okay, just take a screenshot. Okay, so for anyone here, maybe this is easier to see. This is, sorry, I'm doing this backwards. God, why is this so hard? Okay, this is Virgo, because it's backwards on the screen. This is Virgo. Where's Pisces? This is Pisces. Okay, those are the symbols you're looking for in your chart. This is Pisces. This is Virgo. Okay. Class dismissed. No, I'm just kidding. We're just getting warmed up. Okay, we're just getting warmed up here. I'm having fun. Okay, so yes, the M, but there's two M's. You want the M with the flip out. Wait, no, you want the M with the flip in is Virgo, and the M with the flip out is Scorpio. Okay, let me catch up. Let me catch up with you guys on TikTok. I am way behind. Clarny. Well, if you're still here, Clarny 222. They say Virgo first house, Pisces 7th. So same as me. Same as me. So for you, it's about self versus relationships and what's going on there. Right? Okay. Oh, thank you for the gifts. Sharona, hello. Oh my gosh. Hi. We're Facebook buds now, aren't we? If you're the same Sharona. I feel like it's not. So where is the last time I heard the name Sharona? I want to say, is that his assistant and sometimes love interest on the show Monk? Her name is Sharona, right? I love it. I love it. She's fabulous. Super badass. That was like the last time I heard that name. Such a rare name. It's beautiful. Okay. Oh, now I'm trying to picture time. I know, Gavin, I'm struggling over here. I'm doing my best. My best. Okay. Let me try to catch up with you guys. Bear with me. This is why I'm holding this up so I can actually read this. Read all of your lovely comments. That's the problem. If someone's misbehaving in the chat, I can't get to it fast enough because I'm just riffing and going on tangents on a million things. Definitely. Oh, I already did that one. I wish it would show you like how far down you are. Monkey chillin'. Hey, Pisces in the 6th house. My health is getting worse again. Oh my God. Just started my meds again 3 weeks ago. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my goodness. So, okay. So if you have Pisces in this is interesting. Let me riff on this for a second. I'm not a medical astrologer, right? This is for entertainment purposes only. This is not medical advice. But everyone, look at the 6th house for what you need in terms of managing your day-to-day lifestyle and your health. So Pisces in the 6th house, to me, this is a really interesting vibe because it's not about, like, if you're trying to overly manage your health, in terms of like going like the opposite of this would be like going really hard, like, oh my God, I'm doing berries boot camp every day. I have a super restrictive diet and I'm, like following this really strict routine. That would be the opposite of Pisces in the 6th. Pisces in the 6th is lots and lots of flow, lots of like intuitiveness, right? So it would be like intuitively eating, intuitively really tapping in and listening to what your body needs. Pisces in the sixth is waking up every morning, and instead of following a really strict routine, you're paying attention to how you feel and adjusting accordingly. It would be like, oh, actually, I think I need 3 more hours sleep versus, trying to be super strict with everything. Also, the element of water is very important to you. So, baths, swimming, the beach, like things where you have a sense of calm, peace, and harmony and fluidity to it. I would also say dance would probably be very Pisces. So if you need to sweat, and you can't swim, or that's not an option for you, right? So something around like the fluidity of dance, the art and creativity of dance, because Pisces is like, I really feel like Pisces is the most creative sign. It's highly artistic. So artistic. So how can you bring your art into the way you move your body and the way you're governing your health? So that would be my advice. But yeah, so having the eclipses in the 6th and the 12th is not easy, right? Because that means that the South Node is in your 12th house for like this 18-month period that started January 11th and it's finishing on July 26th of next year, I want to say, or June or July. I think it's July 26th of next year. So let me get that date for you. I can't give wrong information like I always have to. Yeah, I'm correct. Okay, July 26th of next year. So, yeah, so these eclipses, the South Node eclipses are probably going to be harsher for you. The Virgo ones, they're going to be challenging because it's all about letting go of old patterns that are keeping you trapped. So maybe there's some old pattern spiritually, ancestrally, anything. It could also have to do with substances and things like that. That can be very 12th house, like addictions and things. But there's something that you're doing that's like not working, that you're just ready in this 18 months. You're ready to let go of it. You're ready to say, no more. I'm free now. That's the Virgo side of this. The Pisces side, you're leaning into your creativity. You're leaning into your intuition. You're leaning into this like calm and flow, which I think is really beautiful. So I hope that helps. Thank you guys. Keep liking the live, by the way. We want to get to definitely over 1,000 before I sign off for the night. These things matter on TikTok so that the content goes, so that people can keep finding us. So please do keep liking the live and sharing it if you would as well. I appreciate it. Yes, good job. Okay, good. I'm glad. Oh, is that actually what it's about? So Squirrel Friday said there are no planets in my 8th house. Yeah, whether you have planets in the house or not doesn't matter. Like the planets, the energy of the houses is still there, right? So having, was it Pisces in your 8th, whichever sign you had in your 8th, where the eclipses are, the themes remain of money or power dynamics with other people. Getting a divorce now. There you go. Okay. I'm way behind on the comments. Sorry about that. But yeah, there you go. This is the time. This is your time. You're freeing yourself. You've decided the power that you're willing to give away and the power that you want to take back. Good for you. Good for you. Gavin said another Virgo in the 2nd and Pisces in the 8th. Okay. So exactly same thing, right? So I hope that you appreciated what I was saying for Squirrel Friday as well. Okay. Am I, and you're talking to each other. Okay. NT, Virgo 6, Pisces 12. Okay, so I just covered that. Perfect. So there's multiple people in the chat. Let me run over to YouTube because you guys have been patiently waiting. I'm too Scorpio not to burn those bridges. Burn them down, Ala Rising. Rest in peace, old selves. Exactly. Okay, so let me catch up on YouTube. Is this why I feel low? Because of the eclipses? Yeah. Well, also full moons are exhausting, right? So all of this change, like I'm talking about all the opportunities, but when we resist, it can be really painful. Like I talked about bonking your head when you're trying to make a quantum leap. It's like you're resisting the eclipse, like boink, ow, right? This is not good. So you want to make sure there isn't something that you're avoiding right now, because the eclipse is gonna, you're not gonna be able to avoid that. Also being tired, like we just had a massive total lunar eclipse on a full moon, right? So we often get tired on full moons because there's so much energy and there's so much releasing that we're doing. So yeah, definitely hydrate like I should and take care of yourself. Okay. Gloria, Pisces first and Virgo seventh. So same as me, right? Yeah, I think we have the same. So same thing, self versus relationships. I hope that was helpful. Interested in how this eclipse season will affect me. Taurus rising, Capricorn sun, and moon in Pisces located in my 11th. So that means Pisces is in your 11th and then Virgo is in your 5th. So that's really interesting. Do you have, if you're still here, divine timing, do you have children? Because that would be really interesting, because the South Node in Virgo in the 5th house, transiting the 5th house, your 5th house, is, can be about children, or it can also be about the inner child. It can also be about your relationship to playfulness and like joy, and so maybe right now you're being called to like play more, right? Like stop judging your own creative process and just let go a little bit more and just have fun. And then Pisces in the 11th house, it's your community. It's time to embrace your community. Now, this eclipse that just happened yesterday happened in the gate of doubt in human design. We haven't been talking about human design very much, but let me show you. So the eclipse is happening somewhere in your personal chart. Oh, thank you for the gift. Somewhere in your personal chart, right? Wherever Pisces and Virgo are, that's where this eclipse season is activating the most, but it's also activating your human design. Where is my chart? Okay. Any personal information on here? Nope. Not even a name. Okay. So this is my chart as well. None of this like hiding our charts. Like, I don't understand this, like where astrologers are like, I don't want to show you my chart. Like, come on. Okay. So here we are. So this is my chart. So this eclipse in Pisces happened. Oops. No. Sorry. Let me fix this mic. Okay, this eclipse in Pisces happened here. Is it on that side? Is 63 on that? Yeah. Sorry, the numbers are so small. Right there in the head center in human design, right there. The eclipse in Virgo is happening in right there in gate 46 on the 21st of September, gate 46 in the identity center. So we're dealing with the identity and the head. So the eclipse yesterday, gate 63, is the gate of doubt. So we're really talking about asking the right questions. So for divine timing, you need to be asking the right questions around your community and your network. Are you with the right people? That's what it is. Are you with the right people or not? They did that. Okay. Oops. Hi, Chantel. I hope that helped as well when I talked about 8th and 2nd house. So Virgo with the 2nd house with your sun, that's interesting. So you're really like letting go of some like bad habits with money. That's what I would say for this like 18-month period, because the South Node Virgo and wherever you have Virgo, you're letting go of bad habits. Let me tell you, I've been letting go of a lot of bad habits in my relationships, 7th house, right? Not only mine, but other people's as well. I tickle myself. So yeah, so if you have Virgo in the 2nd house, I'd be letting go of bad habits with money. Mm-hmm. And bad habits from a Virgo point of view would be being very judgmental, very critical, very perfectionistic, and a workaholic. Can you type out? Okay. Hopefully that helped. Pisces in the 11th. Okay. Yeah. So that answered the question. 5th and 11th. Does the chart look different depending on the website? Yes. So I have my settings that I like. So that's why my chart looks the way it does, like this. This is from astro.com. I always recommend that people get their astrology charts from astro.com. And I always recommend that people get their human design charts from jovianarchive.com, who just came out today, which is hilarious. And they announced that they are Jovian Archives, that they are redesigning. Did anyone see that? I don't know if it's just like if you're on their email list, they're redesigning their chart software and their like website, which I think is so interesting. But anyway, it was really funny because they had like a whole email written by the, like with a note written by the designer, the graphic designer, and they were being really sassy about the design decisions and how they're redesigning the logo. They're like, it's about time, it was terrible. And I was like, anyway, it was hilarious. And they're like, please be kind about the new design. Behind the scenes human design stuff. Oh yes, Chantal, I'm a perfectionist and workaholic, of course. Yes, we know this. You're a Virgo sun, but also because you have Virgo in the second, you probably feel like you have to be that way to make the money, right? And there's nothing wrong with the positive aspects, right? Because every sign is a spectrum, right? So on the internet, in pop astrology, right, we hear a lot about like the bad sides, like, one end of the spectrum for each sign. But I'm here to remind us that there's another end of the spectrum, which is all of the incredible gifts and the positive qualities as well. And we don't want to forget that, right? So the positive qualities of Virgo are being of service. They're incredible healers and wisdom keepers. And they are, yes, just very service oriented. Like that's huge. And in my system of archetypes, I call them the curators, because they're able to look at all the details and find the one perfect solution. So don't be down on yourself for the things that are beautiful and so valuable that you bring to the table, and be aware of how you can end up on the other end of that spectrum and you can really be harming yourself, right? So you have to be careful of these things. Did you explain the Pisces in the 11th house? Yeah, so I briefly did. So 5th house is like relationship with creativity, pleasure, and play, and also children if you have children. And then the 11th house is your network. So you want to be focusing on what lights me up. How can I bring more pleasure and play and like really let my inner child out right now? That's what your eclipse season is asking you to do. And then also, because I think you said you had Pisces you said you had Virgo in the 5th. So it is pleasure and play, but it's also like, how can my pleasure and play be of service? Like how is it solving things for me? How is it helping me? How is it bringing more vitality to my body? Like Virgo is also very cares about the body and health. And then what you're doing is you're also looking at your community and you're saying, okay, well, what is my relationship with community? How can I connect more to my community? And with yesterday's eclipse, you're asking yourself, am I in the right community? I hope that helps. Okay, got it. Perfect. Okay, let me catch up on TikTok. Oops, I'm a projector 5-1. Hey, Susanna, I'm a projector 5-1. Gate 63 is the head center. Yes, Virgo. Yeah, everyone's gate 63 is in the head center. Virgo rising 1st house. Okay, so your eclipses are about self and relationships. Who am I? And what do I want in relationships? That's what's happening for this next 2 weeks. So being a projector 5-1, you probably have a lot of good energy for like, sorry, I don't want to make it. This is not what is the, what's it called? Those lives where they're like, hello. Anyway. It's not that. But yeah, gate 63. So projectors are very good at giving direction and very good at like kind of guiding people. So that makes sense for you having a prominent gate 63 if you do have that defined in your chart, because gate 63 is about asking questions and asking the right questions so that you're in pursuit of the truth. That's what it's really about. Gate 63 is my pearl, if anyone knows the gene keys. So it's really like my destiny. I love this gate so much. It's great to work with. ASMR, thank you. Yes, ASMR astrology. Maybe we should do some of that. Maybe I need to explore that more. It's just too quiet for me. I'm too loud. It's so funny. Oh, hi, Rachel. Good to see you. Awesome. Thank you for inspiring me to follow my passion. Yes, Susanna. Amazing. Oh my God, that is a top tier comment. And I like that it was all in caps, baby. Thank you for inspiring me to follow my passion. Yes. Do it. I love it. Do you know what is the first full moon that I remember that I felt energized? Oh, and you're a Pisces moon. Amazing, Rachel. So Pisces moons. Oh my God. I have so many Pisces moons in my life. I love Pisces moon. It's just such a soft, kind, squishy heart. You know what I mean? Like really, like there might be some armor around it, but like big, big heart energy. And I really enjoyed, yesterday's eclipse. Like, yes, I feel like things are being shaken up. Yes, I can feel the chaos magic. It sounds like a lot of you guys can feel that as well. But to me, this isn't a harsh energy. I mean, Pisces is not harsh. Pisces is loving. It's like a loving, smack on the side of the head. That's like, I love you, but get it together. Stop standing in the way of your dreams. That's very Pisces. I love it. Coach Danny, Pisces in the 8th. Yes. So other people's money or power dynamics with other people, that is really what you're focusing on in this eclipse, or at least the first half of this eclipse season for sure. Oh my God. Hi, Sin Shop. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Gavin, I'm just going back on the comments, you guys. Just got a raise last week. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. Did I invite you to something? Sorry, that was an accident. I'm like, stop touching the screen, Rachel. Okay. Just got a raise last week, rearranging my credit card situation. Good for you. Yes. And student loan issues. Oh, don't I know it? I'm American. And I have 3 degrees, 2 undergrad, 1 graduate. Oh my God. The loans are crazy. The loans are crazy. Do not come from generational wealth. Stop inviting people to things. Okay. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's happening. You're doing great. Thank you. Okay, let me scroll down. What else do we have? No worries. Yes, big heart energy. Exactly. Huge. And a nurse. Oh my God. Like what a gift to your patients, right? What a gift. Like that Pisces moon is so, so beautiful. Note of caution. You already know this, but boundaries, right? Boundaries are really important with any water moon. Okay. Any water moon or water rising, you got to have boundaries. Like it's so important. The reason you need boundaries is because of the soft, squishy heart and how close you want to be with people. And sometimes you want to be really close and intimate with people who are not right for you or who don't want the best for you, don't have the best intentions at heart, right? And so you got to protect yourself. I keep thinking of The Shell. I was watching a movie with my little boy tonight. We always like to watch movies in the evening. We were watching Under the Boardwalk. Have you seen it? It's like new on Netflix, and it's hermit crabs, and it's all these hermit crabs, and it's like a Romeo and Juliet type of story that takes place in New Jersey. It's so funny. I was dying. But yeah, it's like the main guy character like lives in his little shell, and the shell is like his safe space. It's like when you have that soft, heart, you have to create a safe space for you. And the way you do that is by saying no to the wrong people. Louder for the people in the back. I know this. I'm a Pisces rising, so this is also for me. Okay, classical feng shui with George says, how do you deal with low days? Wait, can you answer a feng shui question, George, for me? That would be amazing. The money corner. I don't know if this is what you do, but like which corner is the money corner? Because I feel like there's some debate on like where in your house is like good for money. I've also heard that like cleaning your bathrooms is really good for money. But anyway, if you have anything you would like to drop for us, please do. So how do you deal with low days? Whew, that's a complicated question because everyone deals with low days differently, right? And so over here at Cosmic Queen, we're always personalizing the astrology and the human design. So it's never one answer for everyone. So where I would start, because this is really about emotions and it's about taking care of yourself, right? Your question. So I would say start with the moon sign, because the moon sign in astrology is your emotional needs. And it's important that you meet your own emotional needs first. And that you're not looking or relying solely on other people or another person to meet your emotional needs, right? So if anyone wants to drop their moon sign in the chat, if specifically around this question of like, what do you do on low days, or how do you support yourself when you're feeling low, right? There are a few different answers to this. So first of all, look at your moon sign and figure out what that sign needs and figure out how you like to best meet that need. That's number one. Number two, a lot of give yourself grace to be in the feelings, right? Because I think too fast, often we're trying to like fix and we're trying to jump in and be like, I don't want to feel low anymore. How do I feel high? Like, how do I get out of this? How do I feel, happy right away? And sometimes the reason that the low feeling is persisting longer is because we're not allowing it to be felt. And I'm saying this to you as this is my chart, as an emotional authority manifesting generator, Pisces rising, with the entire stream of feeling over here, which is really rare in human design, which basically means that I have really high highs and really low lows. So I know how it is, I know how it is. I've got the tattoos and everything. I get it. But we need to allow ourselves to feel it, right? Like if we don't let ourselves feel it, it's going to hang around and be stuck. And that's emotions are these like they're meant to flow. They're meant to come in and out, in and out. And so we have to let them do that. And yeah, I know sometimes we're afraid we're never going to stop crying, but we will. We have to let the storm pass. The third thing I would say, how do you deal with low days, is action. So it's important to do the first two steps first. We don't jump into action. We don't jump into fixing. We start with, what are my emotional needs? Are they being met? Because I deserve to have my needs met as a person. That's your affirmation, right? I deserve to have my needs met as a person, and I'm the one to do it, right? And then allow yourself to feel the emotions however you best do that. Primal screaming is one of my favorites. Crying, scheduling crying time, all the things, dance it out. I have a friend, Deerish, who does Shakti dance, and he's like, the movement, we need to move, like we need to dance it out, right? But then the last thing is action, because, often when we are stuck in a low emotion, like it just creates more low emotion. So we need to move. We need to take action. If there's something we're afraid of or something we're ashamed of, let's get out of it. Let's get that stuff unstuck, right? Okay. Let me answer. Okay, that's hard to say without doing proper classical feng shui calculations. Okay, so it varies depending on the house. Interesting. I didn't know that. I always thought it was like one spot. People talk about the love corner or the money corner. That's interesting. Moon sign is 20 degrees Taurus. Mm-hmm. If that's what you're looking for. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. And then also Chantel is moon Sagittarius. So moon in Taurus, your needs are safety and stability. Right? So safety and stability. So if there's something that is creating chaos, like an eclipse, if there's something that's creating chaos and instability for you, right? You want to notice that and figure out, is there anything you can do about that? Which likely there is, right? So it's stability, safety. That's what Taurus wants. Taurus likes comfort. And Taurus likes things to be predictable. It likes things to, it's like, this is my way. This is what I do. So that's Taurus's needs. Moon in Sagittarius, opposite, complete opposite. So this is why it's not one size fits all, right? This is why we study astrology and make sure that we are tailoring our solutions, to us, right? It's not one size fits all. Going and doing Wim Hof breathing in an ice bath is not going to work for everyone. Primal screaming is not going to work for everyone. So anyway, okay, so Sagittarius moon, freedom, like that's your primary need, right? Emotional need is to feel free. Also, I would add truth, right? Sagittarius always cares about the truth, so if there's somewhere in your life where either you are being dishonest with yourself or you're allowing someone else to be dishonest with you, moon in Sagittarius, like that is going to create a lot of internal frustration inside of you. Also, if you feel trapped in some way with moon in Sagittarius, or like someone's holding you back or stopping you from being who you are, that's also going to be just the huge cognitive dissonance, which creates, either anxiety or low feeling in the body for sure. Okay, Taurus in the 12th. Yeah. So sometimes that could be, when planets are in the 12th house, sometimes we use the word, the terminology, like it feels lost, which it doesn't mean anything terrible. It just means that it's harder to get in touch with that planet. So maybe getting in touch with and clearly hearing your emotional needs, if you have moon in the 12th house, is harder. You have to listen deeper and listen harder to really hear what your needs are. That's what that means. I just haven't been doing my workouts and just wanted to stay in bed. Yeah, well, sometimes we need, it's interesting. Sometimes we need to be in bed, or we need to rest, or when there's something going on where, we want to have alone time. Sometimes you can only, right? Like only if that is a healthy rest or an unhealthy rest. Only you can tell, right? I agree. Mm-hmm. And this is why I kicked my husband out for good. LMAO. I love you, Chantal. Yes, Moon and Sagittarius gotta be free. Yes. Don't keep me down. Oh, you tickled me. That's wonderful. I love it. Oh, Rachel said definitely big heart energy. Yes, huge empath. I love this. No worries. Okay, I'm way behind on your TikTok comments. Either south. Oh, okay. We've got another feng shui expert. Southeast or southwest corner in the house? Question mark. Fab. Sounds good. The hardest lesson I've encountered so far is waiting for the invitation. Yes. So that's a projector question. Love this. So waiting for the invitation is hard. This is a tricky one. Without knowing the circumstances, I can't really give advice, right? Because I kind of need a lot more context to understand, like, if you really do need to wait in this situation or not. So waiting for projectors, here's my like rule of thumb. Okay. So waiting for projectors is all about waiting to give your advice. That's what it's about. What you're not doing is you're not waiting to take up opportunities. You're not waiting to show your gifts. You're not waiting to do your marketing and sales. Like, you're not waiting to create, I work with a lot of people who are entrepreneurs. That's my specialty, is astrology for business and human design for business, and branding, and like being yourself and bringing your full identity out and being super magnetic. That's like my thing. So being a projector, you don't need permission to be magnetic and bold with your messaging and all these things. But what you do need to wait for the invitation for is to give specific advice to a specific person. So that's it. Hopefully that like clarifies it a little bit more, because there's a lot of confusion about this online. I don't know if confusion is the right word. There's a lot of like, I think maybe misunderstanding about this online, because when you say wait for the invitation, it just sounds like you're waiting to do anything, and that's just not the case. Being a projector, you need to be super visible. Like, this is what I always say, is like your strategy should be visibility. That's like your strategy. In terms of getting ahead, in life and in your career, in your business, it's about being visible. So when you are visible, then you're getting the invitations because you're visible, but you have to go first. You have to build the stage first. You have to sing the song first. You have to grab that spotlight first. All right. What time is it? 10:11. I'm going to go to sleep soon, y'all, because you get me so hyped up on these lives, and then I'm just buzzing in my bed, like thinking about all the things, and I'm excited for you guys, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to go live again. And then it's like 1 a.m. and then I'm like also scrolling on K-pop, right? Okay, who else is down the rabbit hole right now with K-pop Demon Hunters? Like, who else is in it? It's so good. Oh my God. Yes, Chantal, I love what you're saying. Taurus moon, I just eat and sleep and being alone. Yes, nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? It's like your emotional and physical needs. There you go. Indulge, my darlings. Okay, yes, that's so good. I recently started incorporating Bashar's life form. Oh, I don't know that one. Bashar's life formula, and it's helped so much. Is that? No, I think I'm thinking of something else. Bashar. Is that what Dwight from The Office? There's like a religion where it starts with a B. Is it Bashar? Where it's like taking like a bunch of stuff from different religions, like Dwight from The Office is this. Dwight from The Office religion. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. No, it's not Roman Catholic. Well, sorry, it's actually Rainn Wilson's religion. Sorry, I like how I'm saying Dwight from The Office. Rainn Wilson. Oh, Baha'i. Okay, Baha'i. Never mind. This is my brain making connection. Bashar, what is that? Okay. Oops. I'm working through my fear of being seen, and it's so hard. Yeah, I totally get that. It's hard. The reason it's okay, why is it hard, right? It's going to be, oh, thank you for the gift. Thank you, Steph. It's going to be different for different people, right? This whole idea. Yes, golden. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. K-pop Demon Hunters. So the reason that it's hard to be seen is going to be different for each person. So again, let's personalize it, right? Let's not just assume it's the same for everyone. For some people, it's a fear of failing. And then some of us have a fear of succeeding. Like, what if this works? You know, I recently talked to someone and he's doing really well in his business. And he said, but, you know, I said, well, do you want to be famous? I was reading his human design. And he was like, nah. And I'm like, okay, so do you want to, do you kind of fantasize sometimes about, you know, living in a cabin in the woods, just like totally off the grid on your own? Like, would you be happy with that? Would you be satisfied with that kind of life? Like, I genuinely, there are people who genuinely would, you know, and that's like their dream and they want that. And he was like, no. And I was like, yeah, I knew it. And then he said, well, you know, he's like, here's the thing. I feel like if I actually like tried, it would just be game over. And I was like, yeah, that's in your chart. Like, yes, if you actually tried and we're actually like, okay, let's give this a proper go. Let's embrace the cringe. Let's go for it. Let's go hard. Let's be unapologetic. Let's do this thing. It would be game over. And so what he's demonstrating to me right there in that sentence is he has a fear of success. Right? He has his fear of visibility is about what if it works, right? Not what if it fails. So everyone is slightly different, right? Everyone is slightly different. So, so the antidote is going to be different. By the way, I haven't plugged anything in this live for an hour. Have I? I don't think I've talked about any of my stuff, but just as an FYI, if anyone is loving this conversation and they're like, yeah, I want to learn more, I have a bunch of courses on all of this stuff, which are in the vault in my membership. So I've recently streamlined my offering so that it's really simple. There are 3 ways to work with me. You can either join my membership where you get 25 plus courses, meditations. You can learn about astrology. Oh, now it's doing the prove you're a human thing. There we go. Yes, I am human. Where you can learn about astrology, learn about human design. You can learn about how to apply them in your business. I have a whole course on the midheaven. I have a whole course on productivity. I have a whole course on the moon. We've been talking a little bit about the moon today. It's called Moon Magnetism. And it's a great place where you can dive in, do some self-study, but also get some support from our group chat. We have a Signal app. And we meet every month to talk about the transits, right? So I see we have some incredible members here in the chat who can attest to how amazing it is. It's such a wonderful, beautiful community. We would love for you to join us. So you can join monthly or annually. If you join monthly, you can join and leave anytime. It's $77 a month, or you can get 2 months off and join for the year for $777. So right now, this week, we're doing a content reboot. So we are working on refreshing who our audience is, what our platforms are, what our ideal content style and format is, right? Everyone is going to have a different one. And really creating a 30-day content plan based on your astrology and your human design. We're doing that this week. So if you want to join now, it's a great time to join. We just had our kickoff call today. I can send you the replay and you can dive right in, darling. Okay, so that's my first plug. So that's one way to work with me is through the membership. The second way is through the Rising Star Business Academy, which won't be opening up again until November. That is like my business school. So that's where we properly go through 16 modules, business school. You're in there for minimum a year and you get monthly coaching 2 times a month with me. So you can check that out. We're going to be opening up again in November. Make sure you're on the wait list because we're going to be raising the price this time, but I'm going to keep it there for the wait list. Then work with me one-to-one. So I do sessions for my TikTok people. So I do one-off sessions. Normally I don't. I just do private one-to-one coaching. So you can message me if you're interested in that. I'm easy to reach and we can chat. All the good things. Okay, so there's my plugs. Let's get back to the chat. I'm only going to stay for like a little bit longer because I do need to get my Z's. I love you guys. Hi, I'm doing so well today. Wait, is this Steph? Do we know it? You look so familiar. It's so funny because like I try to recognize people who I also know on Instagram as well, but sometimes people's TikToks are different from their Instagram. So I'm trying to, oh yeah, you're so welcome. You're so welcome, George. You guys are great. I'm doing really well today. Today was a really good day. Mondays are my long days. So I'm working like really long hours, but I get so much done. Like I got so much done today. It felt really good. Fear of succeeding. I have that as well. That's the thing to work through, right? So if you have a fear of succeeding, you want to ask yourself why you don't think you deserve it. That's it. It's simple. Like a lot of these things, we try to make it really complicated, but there's something that happened before age 9 in your childhood where you started to develop this story and this belief where you don't deserve it. You're welcome. You got that for free. That's it. That's it. Therapy with Rachel. Okay. I feel like I want you to read my chart. I would love to read your chart. I'll check out. Yeah. So I don't think I have it publicly available anymore, my one-to-one readings, because I do have an amazing reader, Nicola. And so, but if you do want an advanced reading with me where we do both astrology and human design, it is more expensive than the readings with Nicola, but I would be happy to do that for you. So just message me. They're $333. And you get a recording and I deep dive into your chart. So if anyone would like that, just message me and let me know. I believe I took them off my public. Yeah, I don't think I have them on my public links anymore because I'm really streamlining what I do. But for my TikTok people, yes. It's finding my voice. Yeah, so that's another good one. So a lot of times when it comes to visibility, a reason that we're not showing up could also be that we're not clear on what we would actually say, right? So we're like, hey, like this is how I would describe it. I always knew that I was like born to be famous. And now I used to feel weird about saying that. Now I don't have any shame around that. I've been doing all the trauma work and melting that away. It's like, I just knew it from when I was little, like from when I was a kid. I just knew I was like, I don't know how, but I'm going to do it, and I was like, I thought I'd be a singer for a while. I wanted to be a princess, of course. And then I wanted to be an ambassador and a politician. So I went and got my political science degree. And then I wanted to go into advertising. And then I wanted, so like, there's so many different ways. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I just think I came here to say something. But in my, late 20s in my Saturn return, I started to feel really frustrated with this because I was like, I don't want to be famous just to be famous. Like that's never what I wanted. I just knew that like I have something to say, but like what is it, right? Like what is my message? What is my purpose? A lot of you may relate to that. People feel like they have a purpose. There's something, there's some meaning, there's something that they're here to do. And it can be incredibly painful and frustrating not knowing what that is, right? And so I completely understand that. Like when I first started coaching back in 2018, 18? No, 19, sorry, 19. Well, I've been a coach all my life, but like officially started in 2019. I called myself a life purpose coach because that was the thing that I did for myself as I figured out what my purpose was. And I was like, oh, now everything's clear. Like now I know what I would be visible for. Like, it's not just like for my ego. Like that was never the thing. I was just like, I have something to say. Like there's a big thing in me that needs to come out, but in what direction, to what end, like, and so finding your purpose, whether that's like a general kind of purpose or a very, very specific one, doesn't matter. But finding that is also a key to unlock your visibility, because if you're not sure what you're going to say and why, it's pretty hard to be visible. Because you're like, well, I don't know, I'm up here onto the spotlight with the microphone in my hand and I don't know why, So that could be another thing, is getting clarity. So now, how I would describe myself, I describe myself as an identity coach, a branding and a business coach, but really it's just about, getting clarity, right? A lot of times that's the missing piece. That's what we truly need. Doesn't your astrology tell your life purpose? Yes, the astrology can give you a clue as to your life purpose. You can read two people's charts, that are kind of, you can read someone's chart and like three different astrologers might read it slightly differently. So it's not to say that your astrology chart is a definitive purpose. That's not what I believe. But I believe that it gives you cosmic clues to what your purpose is. And when you realize it and you hear it, it's like a click inside of you. And it's like this realization, that's it. That's it. And I love being someone who is a guide to help people to do that. Like there's nothing like that feeling of seeing someone click. There's nothing like that. It's so powerful. It's so beautiful. Like it makes me emotional, because it's like they get it. And it's not something I told them from their chart. It's not something like I gave them their purpose. It's they just recognized it when they saw it. And they were like, yeah, that's it. And I've kind of always known it, but now I have the words to explain it. So there are many languages in which we can discover this, right? Astrology is one language, human design is one language, numerology, tarot, magic, intuition. Some people find it through other spiritual means. Like these are all different languages that we can speak, but they're all tapping into the same thing. They're all tapping into the same universal truth of who you are. And when you hear it, when you recognize it, you feel the click, It feels like a good note to end on. All right, you're so welcome, Susanna. Yes. Oh, thank you, Sinlessa. Rachel is amazing. I highly recommend. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to have you on the podcast because you guys, Sinlessa's journey and story since March is absolutely wild. Like she found me through TikTok, right? And now she lives in a different country, has a different job, is starting a business, is just like wildly transformed her life. I'm so proud and I'm just so excited for her and everything that she's doing. And I'm going to have her on the podcast and we're going to talk about all the things, astrocartography, all the things. It's just so exciting. Oh my gosh. All right. I love you guys. Am I just insane? I know. The thing is, insanity and genius, it's just the lens through which you're looking at it. They kind of look the same. Anyway, that feels very Eclipse. So I'm going to love you and leave you guys now. If anyone is interested in joining our content reboot or who wants to take some of our courses, whatever, please join the Constellation membership. We would love to have you. If you have any questions about it, if it's right for you, my door is open. You can message me on this app or on another app. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Yes. You have a good night as well, George and Chantel. It's been so lovely to chat here with you guys. You're amazing. You go, girl. I'm so happy for you. Exactly. Celeste is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So my plan is to go live every Monday and Thursday night. Last week that did not happen. Okay. But this week I'm going to try to make it happen. Last request, if you guys have any pop culture stuff, I forgot to ask this earlier, pop culture stories that you want me to comment on in terms of the astrology, human design, looking at people's charts, please let me know. Good night, Amanda. Oh, you're still here. Good night. Yay. Because I've just started a new segment on my podcast. So it's the Bold Business Podcast. Please go and follow us on especially Apple or Spotify, but we're on all the platforms, YouTube, Substack. But every Friday, I'm going to do it's called Culture Pop. So we're going to look at astrology and like headlines and things and people's charts, celebrities, like fun. It's going to be fun, but also applicable to business and branding. So last week we looked at Taylor Swift's business strategy. We looked at Kendrick Lamar's Midheaven and his new agency move. And we looked at the marketing trend of rage bait. So yeah, a la Nara Smith, American Eagle, and Elf Cosmetics. So I love to look at like stuff just ripped from the headlines, like really great, interesting stories. But then we're bringing in some of the cosmic insight. So if you guys have ideas, if you're like, please talk about this, or like whatever's going on, like let me know. Like I think this week I'm definitely going to make K-pop Demon Hunters one of the stories. But if you have ideas for the other two, let me know and we'll get into it and we'll make it a Friday culture pop. It's going to be so fun. Okay. Good night, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Mwah. Love you all. And enjoy eclipse season. The chaos magic is real. Bye.